Hey y'all, so it's the Lewis girls and we're back with JamiiCircle for another video. This time it's a review about the Us movie, so hopefully you guys watched it and you guys enjoy. Yep.
So first of all, we're gonna number the movie between 1 and 5, you know, 5 being the best and 1 being the worst. So what about you? What was your number for the movie?
Well, you gotta start with this one. So I give it 4 stars.
Okay, I give it 4.
I give it 4. Same.
Okay.
Same 4.
So
I feel like a lot of people didn't, like the people who didn't like it didn't understand it because they went in thinking it was gonna be like a horror or something. Like the way they were showing it on TV, they thought it was going to be something scary, like just like
Yeah,
but it actually had a message to it that they weren't paying attention to, and that's the reason why they didn't understand or they didn't like it or whatever, because it made them think like
a lot of people said they couldn't.
Because after the movie, I was like to her, I'm like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? She nailed it. She explained everything to me. I'm like, okay.
But what did Jordanpeele say to us? You said that he does movies.
Yeah, he said he made this movie with
The thought that
the audience were smart. That's why he made the movie. So basically, everybody who's saying they couldn't understand it, they couldn't watch it or whatever like that, are not smart.
Or not to say that they're not smart, but they just can't understand his level of what he's trying to say.
Because there's people that go to the movie and they just go for the fun of it, and there's people that go and they sit down and they think about
they start
what
picking
they
it
watched.
apart.
Yeah,
You know,
there's some people that just go and they're like,
They have to put it
whatever,
step by step to actually reach what they're trying to figure out from the movie. You can't be like, oh, this happened, so
I know you have to think about it. Like some people don't get it right away while they're watching. It takes them a while.
Like it took we kind of sat down and started
to talk about it.
So since we're talking about the amusement part, that's the next scene when she was at the amusement park
With her mom and
her dad. True. So let's talk about like when she went down. She left. Her mom went to the bathroom. I don't even know. Her mom was like, "Come with me to the bathroom," and she was like,
She would have came with me to the bathroom.
She didn't have to come with me.
But what was wrong? Like something seemed wrong with her when she was in the amusement park and she just walked off. Like
that's how some kids
what's wrong? No, but she was acting strange.
But they showed. Well, I don't
now
know.
you know why? Because while she was walking, her tether was walking.
Remember, they
that's why they met each other right there, because they met each other right where they stood.
Maybe went into. She probably had like the one down at the bottom probably like gave her some kind of feeling to come.
Because they moved toward at the same time.
Like, come to me.
Wait, but the mom should have took her to the bathroom. I know that's like beyond the point.
But that shouldn't have taken her back either.
She would have took her to, but he was.
That looked like a drunk.
Why would you leave your daughter with a drunk?
He was
to me, he seemed like he was.
They were odd. The whole family was odd.
Strange,
they were odd. They were odd.
Very.
Like the mom and the dad were kind of like bickering, but they didn't really show what it was about. But at the same time,
you have to remember too, they were at the bottom too. The parents were at the bottom with the.
So they had their tethers.
Whatever they were doing at the bottom, the parents were probably doing at the top.
Yeah.
So however where they were acting at the bottom, where the parents were acting at the bottom, the parents were probably like
mocking, like mimicking.
But they showed you that. You haven't seen that part when they showed the dad walking down there and everything.
So that was a little weird. So when she gets down to the beach and she actually goes in and then she starts to find her way. Why did she start to whistle? To find her way out. Or how the sound bounced off.
Or I think she was whistling for comfort. Just because
she was scared.
She was scared. So she's whistling just for comfort.
Okay, because I was thinking about like sometimes when you're in an area like that, like glass, when you whistle sometimes, if it's a surface, because she started finding her way out after she did it, the surface, sometimes how the sound bounces off, you know it's glass. Yeah. And if the sound, like, I guess, travels more,
or something, or there's no wall there.
Then you know there's
no wall. Or if it doesn't travel, then that means empty space.
Then she started kind of finding her way out until she met onto the girl. But take it in how it was called, Find Yourself?
Find Yourself.
Find Yourself. The name of the place that she walked in.
Find Yourself.
So my thing was, we know there was an experiment they were doing down there. They abandoned the experiment. So did they abandon the experiment and then put that place on top of there because people were actually going in there? And when you go in there, your tethered walks up with you because they follow you. So they were actually going in there and seeing themselves, but stay. to say find yourself. So it could be like a circus. Like if something's wrong with you, they put you in a circus.
I actually thought it was a thing. I thought it was a psychic that she was going to talk to.
Really?
At first, it looked like it was a psychic place, and she was gonna go by it. And then I saw the mirrors, and I'm like,
I thought that she was
I
gonna
don't
see
like
a
those
psychic.
places.
I
I
I thought she was gonna see a psychic and she was gonna put a spell on her. So the time when they're talking about the little girl and they're like, she's acting strange.
Yeah.
That part, it's understandable because they wanted to make it seem like the parents.
She was acting strange because she wanted something.
But I was wondering, are they doing the same thing down at the bottom? Because how they have the parents at the bottom too, like how they're asking, like she's acting strange and this and that. Were they doing the same thing?
No, because they're not like. The one that was smart was Red, because Red was raised up at the top at the first beginning. But the other ones are not really smart.
They don't.
They don't really talk.
They don't talk.
They just mimic. They don't really think about it.
Yeah.
They just mimic.
But the reason why they were saying she was this is the reason why, and of course when you're first watching the movie you just think, oh, she might have got like traumatized.
That's
because
what I
you see
thought.
her face go.
Yeah.
So we knew something happened, so she got traumatized. But the reason why when she came up there she couldn't talk is because
she wasn't herself.
She wasn't herself.
Yeah.
So okay, the next part is what? So they go in the car.
Yeah. When they're driving to the where were they driving to the
where-
house,
to the house
the
where
cabin
they-
or whatever?
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah. So now that you see
She's older.
all of this, she's older, she has a family, but but certain things he was trying to show us in the movie, but I wasn't really paying attention because this is my first time watching it. But you see when she was telling her son, get on beat. She was not even on beat.
She wasn't on.
She wasn't on beat. She was just like, get on beat.
Yeah.
And he couldn't even snap his fingers.
Yeah, and she was like, get on beat. So she wasn't even on beat. So that, as we wouldn't have been able to think it. We wouldn't have been able to think, but you could see that she didn't have no soul.
Rhythm.
She had no rhythm.
She just had the look because they said they can't do the soul, and they said you have a little bit.
You have to share the soul, I guess. They're between two bodies.
Yeah. So if they kill them, then they take their soul.
They're full.
They have their whole soul.
And even the time when her husband said that he wants to go back to the beach now, she was saying
She
didn't want to go.
And it was just like,
but you're not thinking like, you're thinking like she doesn't want to go back there because she's traumatized.
Yeah,
what
that's
happened
what
to her.
you're
She's
thinking.
young.
But at the same time, if you like in real life, like if you know that that's where you came from, you should be like, I'm not going. Like you should be like, I'm not
adamant.
going.
But then he started with the sob story. Well, you know, from when grandma died. He really wanted to go to the bar, and he was like, there with his little shorts, like. And she was
looking
like,
to the side, like
we leave before dark or something like they're going on a voyage. We leave before dark. I'm like, okay.
So on that same that beach area. So the first thing that threw me off was when she was sitting with the lady, and the lady was telling her about her surgeries and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just like, not saying you need it though, because basically she's like,
like you need it, whore.
Yeah, like you need it, whore. You don't need it because she's
she black on crack kind of thing.
Crack. You know what I'm saying? She looks great, and she was just like, but I just got a couple little touch ups or whatever like that. So I was like, okay, she's a hating little handful. And then the next thing that threw me off was when the frisbee came through and landed right on top of the circle.
Everything was lining up.
Like it landed right on perfectly on top of the circle.
That's when she started. Stuff started clicking, and she was like,
yeah, that's when she started to.
You know what I'm saying? But then remember the lady. What was happening with the lady? She was like, oh, you got a few things done and stuff like that. Remember when she told her, because she was trying to talk to her, and she was like, what's wrong? And she was like, I'm not really good at the talking.
I'm not.
You know,
so
we think she's not good at talking because the same thing that happened.
Because she was traumatized, but no,
she's just not good.
I thought she just didn't like the lady, or she was just like a friendly person.
And then the time when the little boy went to the washroom.
And he came out and he seen that scarecrow guys.
Like that's another thing too, is that at the beginning of how she was traumatized, or you think she's traumatized, she would keep an eye, not take her eye off of her child, especially if the place where the place that she went into when she was younger was right there.
Yeah, but she probably never thought.
But sometimes you could turn your head one minute.
But with her, the way she didn't want to go to the beach, you would think
the lady was
uncomfortable, and then the lady started talking. That's why she said, I'm not really talking.
That's true.
She wanted
I would have walked away. I would have been like,
she should have just left the lady. Because you should, if she knows where she knows she's from there, so she should know how it is. Like, you shouldn't be getting distracted by other people if you know how to place it.
But remember the guy on the beach, you know that was already the tether that had
the
came
first
up.
tether.
Because when they were driving,
Mm-hmm.
when they were driving and they seen the police and you seen the guy in the ambulance, that was his tether. So he looked like he killed.
He's the first kill.
Oh, so the thing that was like, this is the
one downstairs came and killed the one on Earth.
Yeah, because in this movie you see that their own tethers kill them. They kill them so they can, I guess,
Get their spot.
finish
their spot.
It's like a
take over their life,
initiation type of thing, like so the pack can be done. You kill them.
Well, they
and
just
get
want to
their
take.
soul.
They feel like they got next. That's basically what it is. Because she said, you know, it's our turn. It's our time up there. So they just feel like they got
Like
next.
take over their life.
Yeah, they feel like they should be able to be in.
And that's and then now I'm looking at that and that's really what's happening right now. A lot of places you're seeing the people who are low class down here, whatever you want to call them, they're coming up and they're doing big things. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take the life back. They're trying to have what you have. And like that sign that I keep seeing, that the only thing that's going to be available to eat is going to be the rich in one day. And you see what I'm saying? So those people come up and they're just like, I'm done living this life. I'm done being stepped on. I'm done being up underneath somebody's thumb. I'm done being hidden. I'm done living this life down here. So now I got to come up there and I got to fight. I have to revolt. That sounds like even the slaves were revolting back in the days. They had to revolt because that's the only way that they can live a good life. You want what they have, you got to go and take it. You see what I'm saying? So I think it had like so much. And another thing is, even the people being down there in the basement or wherever the tunnels where they are, that shows how America and other places like to hide things away for people so people can't see. You know what I'm saying? So they can look good on the outside, like, you know, like Stepford Wives, oh my God, we're so perfect. But really down in their dungeons and their basements, there's so much vile history down there that if it ever comes out,
people will be, it'll be shot.
It'll
kill someone.
you know,
They went home. And then
they were getting settled in.
They were getting settled. But listen, remember the father was watching the game, and remember the score was tied 11-11.
And then the son was like, "Look, Mom, 11-11."
Oh yeah, on the clock. Yeah, I saw that.
And then isn't that the time when she was
saying she was standing by the window and she's like,
oh yeah, okay.
You know, so I feel like something's gonna happen.
And he wasn't even listening.
Yeah,
he was making her look.
He was
like
trying to get
Yo, that part was so funny to me. I don't know why I kept laughing because he's too big.
and all that.
He was getting in the bed. He took up all the bed, and his little thighs were all spread. And he's like, I know what
And
you're
she's like, I want to go. Or something. He was like, where you want? Where you trying to go?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I got somewhere for you to travel to.
I was like, hey, at the same time,
like, not tonight.
And she's not even trying to say she's a psychopath or a psychopath coming after her or whatever. He's
there like,
but she didn't even know for sure. She said she just felt like it was a black cloud. She feels
because
she's coming closer.
But I'm just saying it's funny because she's trying to tell him something.
Yeah, and he was not paying attention.
He was like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, I'm trying to get some.
That's it.
And then the lights go out.
Yeah, and then that's when they see their
the son comes and he's like,
there's a family in our driveway. Yeah, that little spooky little thing. Boy,
remember they got scared. They got scared because they were like the lights went out and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, they did. They got scared of him because he was just standing there. He was like, oh snap. He's like, there's a family.
That little boy weird to me.
Yeah,
he was low key weird.
I mean, that was his
after
mom.
the beach. I think after the beach, the little boy turned a little bit.
They're all weird. Look at his mom.
Yeah.
But that mom raises you, you're gonna be weird.
Okay, the girl, she was different. She wasn't as weird as the little boy. The little boy, I feel, is kind of more like he's kind of there with his mom.
Yeah, he's on the weird.
He's on the weird side with the mom, like.
And then that was just funny when they were like standing outside holding hands, whatever.
And he decided, no, the wife was trying to tell him like, don't go out there. She knew what was going on. That's why she called the police. She's like, give me your phone. And she called the police because she knew, but he doesn't know. So she's just like, don't go out there because he said there's a family. She knows who it is. She knows it's
I can't say that she actually knew exactly who it was. She knew that there was something strange. She knew there was something.
But she didn't know what was there.
She didn't know it was a family.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know. They didn't know that people down there were having.
But I was saying, I feel like she knew that her thing was coming back. Because what she did when she was younger, she knew that girl was gonna come back.
No,
in.
I
feel like she knew.
No,
I don't think she knew the girl was gonna come back.
No, I don't think she knew.
Because I think when she was younger, she didn't really think about it.
At first,
No, but she didn't think about it when she was younger. But as she started to get older, I feel like she had a feeling that girl was
I think
gonna
when she went
come
to
back
the beach,
for her.
after she went to the
Because you
beach,
could tell how
That's
she
when
was.
after she went to the beach is when she
the day that
started
she
feeling
went
it.
on
Yeah.
the beach is when she knew. When
That
she
the
was
girl,
looking at the
she
face,
felt
was like,
she felt her
Yeah,
getting
I
closer.
feel like she knew that the girl, like she probably thought about it.
The girl probably wasn't even down in there when she.
No,
was.
she
That's
probably
why she
wasn't.
probably felt.
But
she
I
probably
feel like
was
she,
around
I feel
there.
like she maybe thought about it before, but when she got to the beach, it was like it
And
started to
everything-
kick in.
coincidences started adding up, and she started seeing the numbers, and
Yeah,
she was
she's like, no,
something's about to
that
go
bitch
down.
just come back for me.
Yeah.
She called the police and she told him, Gabe, don't go there. And he was like, no, I'm going out there.
But yeah,
I
but it
can't
was
do.
just
He said,
funny
"What
when-
kind of white shit?" I was like,
the time,
"What?"
The time when they were holding hands outside, and he's like, "Y'all,
I don't know.
back
He went out there and he was like, so listen.
If you want to get crazy.
No, but
No, that's the last time.
The first time he went out, he was like, listen, so we called the cops, and I'm gonna need you guys to get off our car. And they were like, so listen, he's like, okay, no, this is not working. And he went back inside, he's like, give me my baseball bat.
He's like,
put on his shoes.
Put on his shoes.
You want to get crazy?
Then we can get crazy.
The police
Is on their way.
And then there's like, and then
it was like
scattered off, and then he's like,
like,
this
he
thing
kind
started
of-
coming.
And the man was just walking up.
You
Not
know,
only
that
that,
happened.
yeah,
And the man hit him.
they hit him at the door when he was coming in. Remember, the guy took the bat. You didn't see that part?
Yeah, I did.
He took the bat. He hit his legs. That man is a tether. He hits hard.
Yeah, he's
So he hit his
harder
legs
than
with the
him.
bat. So then he comes in the living room. He's still trying to bargain with them.
Okay.
You can have my wallet. I have the boat. And his daughter goes, Dad, nobody wants to get a boat.
Yeah,
He's trying to. And she's like, Gabe, trying to tell him
Be
like,
quiet.
just be quiet. She's like, Gabe.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot
She
in the
knew
movie, he looked
when
like
they
he
got
was
there.
not really taking things serious, and it was like, okay,
He's a joke.
That's
Come on,
why she buckled herself to the table with no fight. She knows she deserves it.
Yeah.
That's why she buckled herself.
And that's why
to the
she
table
told her
without
that she
no
said tether yourself to the table.
Yeah.
So she tethered herself to just the same way. Remember when she
and you know
She
what's so
locked her to
funny?
the bed.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
She was like, don't hurt my kids. She didn't even say like, don't hurt my family, don't hurt my husband, don't hurt
Yeah,
my
in
kids.
my head I was just like
what?
poor Gabe.
But at the time when they're in the white people's, like their friend's house, white people's house, they were wasting time because they were the whole time when they were in the house, like you know when she was talking about her going back to get the keys, the whole time they were in the house and they're
They're
watching,
sitting
the
down there watching the
TV,
TV, like,
they
just
see
leave.
everybody holding hands, like they see all the people's twins and whatever. If you see that on TV, why don't you take the keys and gotta go? Why would you leave the keys and then go?
But did you hear Gabe? Gabe wants to camp out in the people's house.
because
But the house is full of glass.
Gabe wanted that
he
lifestyle.
wants
Remember,
he wants what the white guy had.
He kept talking about the white guy. Oh, he's just doing that. You see, he got that. He
His
got
house
that
is
card.
bigger, his
He
boat
got-
is
he got that
bigger.
card. Fuck
so
with
he wanted to.
Yeah, he wanted his life.
See, that's
He
another
wanted his
reason why
life.
the dad is a little bit.
He wanted his life. But
That's
you know what?
another
It's
reason
a
why.
lot of people. They
It's a
see what
lot
other
of
people have, and that's what they want. They aspire to have that instead of trying to have and take.
But
be
at the
grateful
same
for what
time, you're
they
going to
have.
die. There's no time to be wanting what somebody else has. You're going to die. It's like you're not going to have that when you're in your grave. You're going to die.
But the thing
Yeah,
that really got me, even before that part, is when they came in, they did not talk. They just started killing.
Yeah, the white
So
people.
it goes-
Yeah, that
The
was
white people.
Even the kids too, when they came in and they started killing the little cheerleader, white little twins, that was cute too. Because I'm like, that's how black people actually, some black people I guess, kind of do.
Yeah, that was cute when they both picked up their weapons and then they just looked at each other like.
But that goes to
That's
show
what
you
you
the
gotta do.
soul. See how the white people see at Red when they came into the black people's
They
house.
started talking.
She was more like she wanted to teach her kind of like a lesson,
lesson.
tell her like why she was there. But you see, when the white people came, they're just sensitive.
But-
They have
but
no
it's like-
soul.
But
Let's start
it's because
We know she wants
Yeah.
revenge.
And she has a
No, but-
soul, though.
yeah, yeah, 'cause
Y'all would
it's-
not understand. They have no.
she got
really
taken
no
when she
soul.
was younger, so she came in to kind of prove a point. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
white people were just like, whatever. Like
They don't have no.
yeah, they
soul.
don't have
They
no
just came out and
connection.
started killing like clack, clack, clack.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
She had-
That kind of jumped me because the two girls when they were standing on the balcony and they're thinking that jumped me.
Like
The
this.
voice, we didn't even touch on her voice, like when she first started to speak.
Yeah.
And the reason why people don't understand about her voice is because one, her vocal cords was injured when
Because of her tether choked
her. So her vocal cords were injured. Then the next thing, she wasn't really talking for a while.
They don't talk down
talk.
there. Yeah.
So that's why. Okay. Now I wonder why she talks so weird.
Yeah. So the vocal cords was injured, and then she doesn't really use her voice down there like that. The next part is, let's go to with the boy when he was like, oh, that's the one that looks like me, and the mom got out the car with her little Ford
poker.
fire poker,
Yeah.
and she goes up to him. But
Was this in the daytime when they were by the beach?
Yeah.
But
So what did y'all think about
When he
that
was
part?
standing over the thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the fire part when the car was on fire.
I don't know. That part was weird
That
too.
part was
That
kind of
part was-
creepy. It was kind of creepy because the whole thing with the one whose face was not burnt, how he was standing up by the car, and
she
then
just
the
came
lady
out
just
of
came
nowhere.
out of nowhere. That was kind of creepy to me. I was like,
Oh yeah, Red.
Yeah.
So she came and
But it was
smashed him out of nowhere.
it was also weird when they came out the car when he said it was a setup or whatever, and they came out the car. I'm like,
They came out the car.
They
because-
had to, 'cause
and
you
the
didn't
no, I
scene
know they
dropped the match with the.
yeah, I
But
know.
at the same-
But I'm
oh.
saying it's just weird how they just separated from me. I don't know. I would think
Yeah, I
that they
see what
come
you
out the
mean
car
about
and they would go and
in a
like
group. Yeah,
in a
that,
group.
that was weird to me too, because everybody seemed like they
They were just
ended up
all
in different.
like
They all
different-
just
But
Yeah.
I just wanted to kill the boy. But then when she got closer, she was just like, because remember,
She
she's
did.
them. She's one of them. And plus,
That would have been her
That's
son
her
that she
kid.
would have been down there.
yeah. So when he was doing all this, and
Then I think it was like she was like,
she was just
Dang.
like, just
You know
don't
what I'm
say
saying?
no. She was trying to get him to like, but then the other his
his tether.
tethered seen that there was gas, so he was like, it's
A setup.
But a lot of people didn't understand how he backed up into the fire. A lot of people were like, oh, how did he back up into the fire? But the thing is, they're the same person. Remember when they were in the closet, they mirrored each other.
Yeah.
So he seen when he did it.
But their tether between those two are really strong.
strong.
That's how he can make him do things
So he backed up and he backed up and he backed up into the fire.
into the flames.
And then the next scene is when she went to go look.
Yeah,
for
when
her.
okay, so that part when she went down, like when she went into the place where she went in when she was younger and she went down and that part I was like, okay,
How did she get in?
either
She knows
that's
what she used to
no,
be.
but before the movie
Yeah, before you
ended,
do that,
I was
right.
watching and I'm
I thought
like,
she went
how
down
does she
there.
know?
I thought she went down
when
there
she
by
was when she
herself
was a
one time,
child,
yeah.
when she was a child and she got like okay, so when she looked back, it made it look like she saw herself and then she went back to her parents. But I feel like, so I was thinking like, okay, the way she knows down there is because when she was younger, she probably had to find her way, like the thing that took her down there and she had to find her way out kind of thing.
Or
she
they're so tethered together.
That's what I'm about to say.
that
Or
sees
she
it.
could sense her.
Yeah.
So she's
No,
that's
but
why
before the movie ended, that's
Yeah,
what I was
no,
thinking.
you
Like when
can
she
still
was
sense
running
her.
down.
yeah, she could still
It's her
sense
tether.
her.
No, but I didn't know that they were like, I don't know how to explain it.
She just put it this way. After the movie, she knew that.
Cause you know how everybody was wondering, like they thought that she was the girl,
The
like
good
she
girl.
didn't know she they were. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, she's going down there because or maybe whatever, because she went down there when she was a kid.
That's what I thought when she was.
And then she remembered.
But then I was like, maybe she's seeing flashes from her tethered person.
Yeah, 'cause you can see
to
what
go
your
down there
tethered
because her tethered person was down there. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
On like, oh, she's seeing flashes from Red. We're not. This is before we knew Red took
before
her.
we knew. We already thought that they
I'm
were
like, okay,
connected.
maybe
That's how
she knows
followed down
Red.
there.
She's just sensing Red and sensing where Red lives. So that's what I was
Because look
thinking,
at
too.
and then the funny thing about it, because we're going down there anyways. The funny thing about it is, well, you could kind of see that she did sense Red in a way because of all the rooms, she went into the room where Red was in.
But
Familiar.
I feel like the Red was down there for so long she can like kind of sense, like the one who was up on Earth, she's more like human now kind of thing, like so she's weaker.
Her senses are weaker.
Yeah, like she's weaker and the one that was down there is the more stronger one.
I know why, because the thing about it is because when you're missing one of your senses, it heightens all your other ones. So a lot of them can't talk. So then they have different type of things that they, hearing or
sense.
seeing. So I think her senses got heightened because she never really talked to people down there, and she was just down there. So when you think that your movement is quick, she already sensed it, and she's like, whoop.
But
You see what I'm saying?
my point is like the whole like my thought or whatever after watching the movie is like if the one in the red or the bad one or the whatever the good one is at the bottom, and somebody takes your place on Earth, and you get the opportunity to actually kill the person, why would you wait so long? Like the time that she actually went down there, she was just doing.
I know, like,
she's not one of those. See, they can kill sensitively. It's soul. It's the reason why you can't just walk up to somebody and kill them, even if they did
No, but you
something.
have all the power. She could
But
play.
if she had soul, the rest of the tethers would have killed.
Yeah,
they killed their people. They didn't talk to their people.
Yeah.
She wanted to defeat her because of what she did to her.
But at the same time, I understand.
But she's already.
But she took so long. Like you brought her down. You took her son.
She was playing with her.
Yeah,
she
she
wanted
was
to
playing
play
with
with
her.
her.
But at the same
You know
time,
what I'm saying?
at the same time, you said I know like she's trying to whatever, but it's like she still killed you. So
Yeah.
it's like what are you trying to?
She's not a senseless person. Remember, she went down there since she was younger. She mobilized those people. Those people would not be. I don't know what made. I think it was the whole Michael
It was the Michael Jackson thing.
Because the jumpsuits and the gloves and
The one
everything.
glove.
Remember, she knew about Thriller. Remember, her dad won her the Thriller shirt. So that's all
And
she
she was
knew.
watching some
Isn't that
Michael
what she
Jackson
said
stuff at the
she
beginning.
wanted?
She was watching Michael Jackson stuff. So that's all she knew. So when she went down and mobilized them, she used the thriller of her past. Because she didn't grow up in the world like that. She grew up a little bit, so she knew a little bit more than them. So she used the thriller of her past to mobilize these people so they could rise up and take their spot. And just like the scissors, I guess they were saying like it's kind of like a duality, the scissors.
Yeah.
That's what they say that it meant, because it's like they're both the same size. They're both
And it means cut ties.
That's what I was gonna say.
Cut ties with
Yeah.
them, so they need the scissors too. I think it has a lot of meanings for the scissors, you know?
Did anybody check what Jeremiah 11:11 said?
Oh,
Yeah, it's about
I did too,
yeah,
yeah.
it's about a wrath, like
Yeah, it's
a
a wrath,
taking over
yeah.
a wrath, like they want to, like how they want to bring wrath on
The people that-
the surface
yeah.
dwellers. So it was kind of like that.
My point, my opinion, well, my thought was like, if that was actually me and I had a person who actually looked like me and you took my life, I'm killing
I would
you.
try to I would try to
wait
at least
around the
work.
bush to
I
kill
know,
you.
because
I'm
when they
killing
were
your
down
time.
there, Red she was more like,
Yeah, it's
like, what are you doing? Why don't you
Yeah,
just
she was
put
like-
at least?
I think she liked to play. She liked to play about it, and
Maybe,
then
'cause she didn't really grow
but
up
Adelaide
kind of
wasn't
thing.
playing. Adelaide, she wasn't playing from she was a child. She already choked out, locked
But
up.
Adelaide wanted to kill her anyways, just like she took her life
But then
the first time.
she took her life
Adelaide
and not
wanted to
coming
be,
back.
and then she took
she
her life
wanted to be
again.
the only person because she killed the girl, and the girl she was whistling, she started whistling that, and that should have snapped us
And
out.
you know what? Somebody else mentioned at the end, like when she killed Red, that laugh that she did.
Yeah.
She killed her because she defeated her.
But the
She
laugh that she did, it's not like a normal, like, ha ha ha,
Like,
I
she
killed
went
you. It's like a,
crazy.
ha ha, like, kind of, like something that they would do down there, kind of
defeated
thing.
her the second
You
time.
knew that then, you know?
She defeated her twice, so she just like
No, but a lot of people, they saw the movie and they still didn't know that was the bad, like the one that survived in the end was the bad one.
They weren't
Some
paying
people don't know it,
attention.
and they're like, "Oh, her laugh was so," and I'm like, because that's the bad one.
It's so crazy that in the movie, the whole time I'm there, I'm like, oh my god, don't kill.
Yeah,
like the
don't
one
kill
who's up in on Earth and
Adelaide,
you don't know
I
that
know.
she's the bad one.
She's the
Don't
bad
kill
one.
her, don't kill her, and then you notice that after it's like,
I know.
Now
and
you
it has
feel
you thinking like, shit, they should have killed that bitch.
sorry, Adelaide wanted to make sure her Doppler was dead. Red was dead. It just goes to show you that she's vicious when it comes to herself.
Yeah.
When it comes to her, she wants to be the only one. That's why she did that to that girl and put her down there and left her and was walking out of the room like ready to show her off. And she was like, "You left me here." She kept saying stuff in the video, like the movie, like, "I thought you were gonna come take me with you." Or stuff like that. When you left me, I thought she meant when you left her because she seen you, she ran out and went back to her parents and she left you. But no, she tied her and left her. That's why the same handcuffs that she handcuffed her
She
with.
told her to tether herself.
Honestly, that is sad, to be honest.
Yeah, that
like,
was sad.
Taking her
because she
away
took
from
her life twice.
Yeah.
She took her whole life and then she killed
Like
her.
you took
She
the
ended
little
her.
girl when she was a child and you went and lived her life.
people. I think you really wanted people to think of like I said, the steps of the movie, like why did this happen, why did that happen. Even if people didn't get, because a lot of people don't get the movie like this, you have to think of the steps that happen in the movie to get the point.
Yeah.
That's he wanted people to think.
And the rabbits, a lot of people didn't get the rabbits, but the thing is, the rabbits were the first cloning experiment, and the same thing. So they were cloning the rabbits, and they said, okay, we got the rabbits kind of down,
Yeah.
so they started moving on to people. So that's why the rabbits were down there.
And then the rabbits they populate really quickly. So they were down there eating raw rabbit and stuff like that, and they still were populating and stuff like that. So that's the stuff for generations they've been down there. That's what she said. She said for generations, not generations really.
But she,
Not generations, that's too long.
I mean,
For like, I know, not generations, she said for like
they've been down
3
there
decades, through 30 years. I think it was like 30 years or something like that. Those experiments been there.
And then, you know, when you watch it a second time, then you really feel sorry for Red when she's talking about she had to eat cold rabbits. Like, I felt sorry at first.
I felt sorry for
Yeah,
her.
because when she was talking about her toys was
Yeah,
sharp.
but we didn't know that yet.
You mean,
Well,
what do you mean? You mean like the actual one who was down there
Yeah,
at the
Red.
beginning?
No,
or the
Red,
one?
Red
Red.
is the one who came back up with the voice.
Yeah.
That we thought she was evil.
Yeah.
So at first when she came and she sat down and
She
they
was
were
telling
talking
the
her
story.
how she had to eat cold wraps and then she had to cut her own
was
baby out herself.
And she-
at first I was just like, I was sad because that makes me feel like damn, like people actually did. But then when you watch it the second time,
Yeah.
you literally feel horrible for her way more because you're like, that's her life, and you really feel effed up. Because I was watching with Nisa, and when that one was talking, I was like, in my head, I was like, you lying. I was so mad.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
Yeah.
I know, I was mad. Like at the ending when I found out that I hate those. I don't like movies that like end with the bad person winning. I don't like that shit, and I don't like that she took the little girl down there when she was so
Young.
small and took her away from her
And how she
parents.
just put on
took
this,
her, like.
the shirt and she's like, and she just
And
walked.
she was
walked
like,
out there
this
and
is a walk.
left a little
Yeah,
bit.
she did that little walk.
You know why? You know why a lot of people didn't like it as well? Is because not because they don't understand, but because the bad one
Yeah,
survived and the good one didn't. And
no. It's a lot of them didn't understand. Like this guy, like, you should go on YouTube and see a few reviews of this, and people would be telling you something stupid. You're like, you didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't watch.
You
Me
were
and you did not watch
Of
the
course
same.
not.
You need to go
Exactly.
get your money back. You
Exactly.
watched Buzz.
So
That's why a lot of people who don't understand this not gonna like it because they're probably like, I spent my money on the movie that
I don't understand. Like,
So-
But now they know not to go watch Jordan Peele movies.
Yeah, go
because
watch something
Jordan Peele
else.
movies are not for people who can't
Go watch Captain
get
America.
it. You know?
thanks for watching, you guys. So that's the end of the review with JamiiCircle. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the movie and what you noticed about the movie. And yeah, we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.
Delete all that shit.